Hey, what are you up to?
Oh, hey, Jess. I'm actually out fishing.
Fishing? Andy, that's horrible.
Wait, what's so horrible about? I think I got something.
Seriously, I never thought you'd resort to one of the most detrimental cybercrimes in our world today.
But fishing's my new favorite hobby.
I gotta go.
The heck was Jess talking about? I'm just out here looking for rainbow trout. Wow, it's the IRS again. Hey, Mom, can you help me wire some money? Thanks for joining us for Up to Speed on this Wednesday. I'm Andy Choi. A special shout out to Jess Bernardi for enlightening me on the other phishing, the PH variety. Today's episode, of course, focusing on cybersecurity and a new campaign that hopes to change the way that we think about staying cyber secure. It's a call for all of us to stay cyber healthy, and you'll be able to find this campaign on our learning portal. And with that, let's introduce the team that's helping to launch this new campaign. We have with us today Carlos Ramirez, Dave Tarbet, Denise Flory, Earl Kellner, and Miguel Reynoso. Thanks so much for joining us on Up to Speed, team. Denise, we'll start with you. An obvious question, but why should cybersecurity be top of mind, especially for folks working at home?
It's really about our first line of defense, and that is our people. Attackers are going to try and take advantage of the fact that we've got more people working from home, which means that it's even more important for individuals to be cyber aware right now.
And when we think about our home environments, not all of us are security experts, right? We don't always have that same background. And so it's really important that, we as security practitioners provide, valuable, actionable information that our employees can follow so that they can keep themselves, safe while they're in this new working environment.
Dave, I'll follow up with that. When people started working from home in droves there, what was going through your mind? You must have thought this is the time to really start thinking cybersecurity.
Yeah, it really is. I think as you think about attackers and, Earl can provide some perspective on this as well. They think of that mentality of where's that soft target at, right? Where can I go that's going to be the easiest place for me to, or the easiest method that I can, get the information I'm looking for. And, as we shifted a vast majority of our resources to the home, I think attackers aren't, they're not foolish. They look at that as an opportunity potentially to take advantage of that and try to capitalize on that.
Let's take a closer look at that opportunity. Earl, have we seen any increased activities since many of us worked from home? Are cyber criminals, what exactly are they going for right now when we talk about those soft targets?
Yeah, so of course, right, they're trying to do the normal things they've always done, target the individual. Overall, in Verizon, we haven't seen an increase in activity, but cyber criminals are always out there trying to do what they do, right? They're relying on phishing attacks, phone phishing attacks, fraud, ransomware. And what we've seen constantly with the shift in all the national events that are going on is the targets are the same. The theme of the message is different. So COVID-related phishing, COVID-related fraud, things like that, national events that are going on. The tactics are still the same. The theme is different.
So what kind of themes are we looking at? I mean, is there an example? I mean, is it literally an email that talks about, hey, some important COVID message, click here? I mean, is it as simple as that?
It's that simple. It's, COVID related, here's information, or unemployment information. Anything that's national event right now. Those kind of themes are what the actors are using.
As a Verizon employee, all of us know how super secure a lot of our systems are here. What sets us apart from a company that may not have the same kind of safeguards?
So there's a few things. Verizon has always had individuals working from home, so we've always had defenses in place for the remote worker. Verizon uses a defense in depth approach, so we have different layers of controls throughout our network. So that way we prevent attackers at different points in our network. And on top of that, our education awareness team has done a really good, effective campaign of educating employees about security hygiene, making them aware of social engineering while on and off the Verizon network.
Extending that question to anyone on the team here, any thoughts on sort of what sets us apart from some of the other companies that may have seen a breach?
As I think about what sets us apart, or maybe why security is even more important to Verizon, is I think, we offer these services to our customers, right? I mean, we're very well respected in the security industry. We publish our DBIR on an annual basis. That's a very big, very popular throughout the industry. And so I think, for us, security is even more important because we offer professional services to customers. We offer a lot of security products and services. And from a reputation perspective, I think each of us has to be very engaged in making sure that we protect our security so that we don't damage our reputation and our ability to serve our customers that rely on us.
And Dave, speaking of DBIR with our customers in mind, I do want to take a moment now to share a message from our business group leader, Tammy Irwin. This is a portion of her message to our enterprise customers about our data breach investigations report and our mobile security index, both, of course, very important resources when it comes to staying safe in this digital age. Here's Tammy now with the message for our customers.
Today, I want to talk to you about Verizon's 2020 Data Breach Investigations Report and our Mobile Security Index. As we've all been pushed towards accelerated digital transformation, end-to-end security has become even more critical. Think about it. Security breaches are one of the most disruptive and chaotic events that can happen to a company. The impact is far-reaching, diminishing the confidence of shareholders, employees, and customers, and ultimately impacting your brand reputation and bottom line. It's so critical that you're able to see the latest global cybersecurity threats and trends so you can safeguard your organizations as you undertake your ongoing transformation. The DBIR report is the most comprehensive look into the world of data breaches anywhere. We've analyzed more than 32,000 security incidents, of which nearly 4,000 were confirmed breaches from over 80 global contributors. And our Mobile Security Index brings together survey results from more than 800 practitioners and data sets and insights from 11 contributing partners, all leaders in the field. The goal is to help you understand the breadth and depth of the challenges facing your mobile and IoT fleets. Within these reports, you'll find insights and actions you can take today to protect your organization. I'm incredibly proud to share these security reports with you and your team, and I trust you'll find this information useful. Thank you for letting me spend a few minutes with you, and please don't hesitate to reach out with questions. Be well and stay safe.
Our thanks to Tammy and the teams that continue to make our data breach investigations report and our mobile security index such valuable tools for all of us. Carlos, I want to kind of shift gears now. We have this great new cyber health campaign that you and your team have launched. What does it mean to be cyber healthy?
Well, we want people to understand that they can think about cybersecurity essentially as just a lifestyle and a work style issue, right? It's the choices I'm going to make. And so just like my physical health, it's about making the right choices. So I'm going to make some choices at home. I'm going to make some choices at work. As far as my physical body is concerned, I'm going to make the right choices if I want to go to work and if I want to live at home. And now we're doing both at home, right? But when you think about staying healthy, it's actually just exercising, getting regular checkups, and eating well. And so you take care of your physical self. Why? Because you kind of know it's good for you. People get that. It's intuitive. It's at their core.
Miguel, you and Carlos have been working super hard to launch this and make sure it's out there for everyone. What are your thoughts on making sure that people are thinking about security in a different way?
Yeah, well, I think, being cyber healthy means taking an active approach in understanding cybersecurity measures in the same way that you would care for yourself physically, right? So to echo what Carlos was sharing, you have to learn to exercise certain muscles to help you become stronger. And in this case, become mentally fit in the area of cyber security. So the corporate information team, as well as a partnership with the learning and development team, has now enabled us with an approach to approach this topic with ease. And we've leveraged the Degreed Learning Portal 2.0 platform to carefully curate materials that guide us towards just-in-time content that can be digested and explored in a self-paced manner. So it's a really great, friendly approach to providing resources and content and materials that help us explore this topic, to help us get stronger in cybersecurity content, and also become physically fit and mentally fit in this area so we can take care of our digital footprint and care for each other along the way.
Awesome. Awesome. I know when we talk about health, and this is really for the team, but when we talk about health, we talk about some of the things we stand to lose and gain. So we're going to lose fat, gain muscle. So within that context, being cyber healthy, what do we lose and what do we gain?
Basically, you're going to get stronger. You're going to be able to strengthen your devices. You're going to be able to strengthen the accounts and passwords that you have. You're going to be able to have a better sense of what your digital footprint is. That's what Miguel was essentially talking about. You're going to learn, frankly, how to use information well. So remember, I was talking about how when you stay healthy, you kind of exercise, you get regular checkups, and you eat well. Well, as far as your cyber health is concerned, you get a cyber health check, you perform cyber exercises, and you use information well.
I think some of the things you'll lose are that digital footprint, right? So you may have accounts that you don't ever use anymore, so you're going to get rid of them. Shrinking that digital footprint, making sure that you can protect your digital footprint better and better secure it.
Yeah, I've got a book in the background called Digital Minimalism, and you can kind of trim down. You trim down the fat, I guess, or you trim down some pounds.
Exactly.
You're essentially trimming down, the number of accounts you have. How many of us really know how many online accounts we have?
I don't even want to think about it.
Right? How many passwords we use, and so that's our digital footprint. It's all over the place. And we really need to have a better sense of what that footprint is. In other words, we need to become more aware of our digital self, incorporate that digital self into our physical self, and say, hey, you know what? I'm online an awful lot. I've got these devices. The devices help me measure my heart rate, my sleep patterns. I can do all sorts of things with these devices as far as my health is concerned. Just sort of make that leap. You know what? I've got a digital self. I got to take care of my digital self just like my physical self. So if I make those good choices, I'm going to protect my information assets, and I'm going to protect Verizon's reputation.
I like the idea of the minimalism, Carlos. You're sounding like a cybersecurity Marie Kondo or something. You should come and help me with these devices, is what I'm saying here.
As a matter of fact, we are going to have a Marie Kondo exercise during one of our months on in the cyber health campaign.
Well, I'm looking forward to digitally tidying up. Denise, just a question for you here. When you talk to folks, our V team that are working from home and they're, using all these devices like I am, I've got, 2 phones, an iPad, a computer, and sometimes I just have to go with the one that works. I'm not thinking about security. I mean, how common is that kind of thinking? And I hate that I'm admitting it to this team.
I think it's very common, right? You need what it is that you need at the time that you need it. So, I think that hopefully this cyber health campaign will help individuals, understand that when they pick up a device, no matter which device it is, how to best secure it for their needs, and to make sure that they are the most secure that they can be.
Yeah, to better understand the device, to better understand the accounts, almost the same way you understand your arms, your legs, your heartbeat, your body, right? That's just kind of like, not to dismiss it. These devices, after all, are extensions of our physical selves now. We wouldn't leave anywhere without those devices. We feel lost if we don't have our phone in our hand, and we have a little bit of panic if we think we've lost it. So you kind of want to keep that level of awareness and think about these devices as really physical extensions of yourself, just out there in the ether, and they need to be protected. You need to minimize your footprint, just like you need to minimize some pounds, if you will, in my case. But
don't remind me, Carlos. Quarantine 15 is a real thing. Dave, let's get to that question about some important tips here. And maybe we can kind of do sort of a round robin here, but we'll start with you, Dave. But Dave, what are some of the most important tips we need to think about when it comes to our cyber health?
Specifically important tips to think about working from home. I'll just put out, two of my favorites. I don't want to steal anybody else's thunder, but just as simple as keeping your devices up to date with the latest security patches goes a long way to helping us keep our security, whether that be your laptop or your mobile device. That's one that's a big one. And then, just making sure that we're aware of the passwords you're using and keeping those passwords unique for your various online accounts. Don't make it easy for attackers to compromise your accounts because you use and reuse that same password over and over again. So those are two of my favorites.
Cool. Let's go around the room here. And Carlos, we'll go to you for some tips.
One tip that I like is the making sure you don't have smart speakers in your office, and that you keep your office door closed so you kind of secure your physical workspace, right? So
that's a good thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So we often hear from people about the smart speaker thing, and they kind of forget about it. And so you want to be careful with that. There's a couple that's a couple right there for you, Andy.
Yeah. Thank you. Denise, we'll go to you. Any thoughts on just some tips?
Yeah, I really want to stress the password one. I think particularly, when we look at our personal passwords, I think there is a tendency in, talking with family and friends to reuse one password for all accounts. And so I think, moving away from that.
Earl, we'll go to you for some tips.
Be aware of your online presence. Actors are always trying to find ways outside of the business to compromise Verizon employees. So if you have Facebook, make sure that all your contacts, if somebody's trying to reach out to you on LinkedIn that you are not aware of and they're acting a little suspicious, make sure you report that to security so we can take a look. So those are the tips I really have.
Excellent. Miguel's got the last word on tips here. A couple tips for our friends at home, Miguel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of my favorite tips would be just never leave your device unattended, right? Especially now that we're working from home, we may have, various peoples enter our space. And so we want to be careful about how we safeguard from having the wrong eyes on our information. So, if you're stepping away from your laptop or your workstation, make sure you lock it up. Make sure that it's no sensitive information is being out there. And then also, with regards to phishing, just be careful about what you click. A lot of, we get a lot of external emails, and sometimes those emails could have phishing approaches and links to places that we shouldn't be clicking on. So just be careful about what you click, and make sure to never leave your device unattended.
Lots of great tips to stay cyber healthy. Want to thank all of our guests today. Looking forward to developing some good cyber healthy habits in the future. So V-Team, make sure you check out the learning portal to find out more about the cyber health campaign. A few reminders before we go. Happening later today at 3 p.m. Eastern, the series premiere of Next 20. In honor of Verizon's 20th anniversary, we are highlighting conversations about race, social justice, technology, and business that will define the next 20 years. Episode 1 focuses on criminal justice reform, hosted by our own Marquise Francis of Yahoo News. You don't want to miss it. That's 3 p.m. Eastern today, the premiere of Next 20. You can watch on Twitter at VZ Up to Speed. Big shout out to the Consumer Group's Your Voice Matters team, and congratulations to their new wave of participants. Here they are. These 131 new members made it through after more than 2,000 applications. Over the next 6 months, this group will help gather frontline feedback, and their voices will, of course, help shape the future of Verizon. Speaking of making your voices count, you heard Christy talk about this on Monday. Keep your eyes open for a new pulse survey happening this quarter. We're calling it VZ Pulse Plus. From benchmarking results against companies around the world, working with Gallup to enhance training and much more. This is a pulse survey you're going to want to be a part of. More details on VZ Pulse Plus coming soon later this month. And that'll do it for now. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to stay cyber healthy. And until next time, you're up to speed.